hold of the registered owner of the SUV, Mr. Archibald Simpson. Your story checks out.
Of course it does. Why can't you just believe me instead of making us wait in this cop shop all night?
You are free to go. The car was towed to that lot.
How are we supposed to get there?
Cab, bus, perfect. You'll be built for the tow.
Could have been worse.
How?
You were a little belligerent.
Because we got pulled over for driving while black. That isn't supposed to happen, Connor.
Let's just get the car back. Allie'll be wondering what happened.
We can't tell her about any of this.
Why?
Because I don't want to ruin her day. She won't understand what we've been through.
I'm not really good at lying.
Then don't lie. Let's just forget yesterday even happened.
Whatever it takes, I can be. I know I can make it.
Morning, Beep.
You're chipper?
Yeah, I had my date with Eden last night, and she was awesome. She loves video games, she laughs at all the fart jokes in the movie. She's super sarcastic and way, way pretty.
Well, besides fart jokes and being pretty, what else do you two have in common? What does she want to do with her life?
She wants to work with autistic children. She loves kids.
Oh, just like you.
Yeah, I know. Oh, there she is.
Olga. You actually do own an Anchorman t-shirt?
Yeah, we're just for you.
So flattered. Can't wait for our date this weekend.
Me neither. Can I walk you to class?
Of course. Whoa, where's your Harley?
You like it?
Apparently need to work on my sarcasm delivery.
I just love Grant's style.
And Grant would be...
Mr. Yates, of course. He basically said I was like his favorite student of all time.
Really? Didn't you have to practically beg your way into his playwriting collective?
Well, clearly you don't understand the connection between two like-minded artists. We're on our way to becoming great friends.
Tris, students and teachers can't be friends. That's what I say.
Well, I say two friends of opposite sex can't live in the same house without mucho drama.
Zing.
Trust me, Grant and I are on another level. Now, I've got to go work on a character bio for the collective. I don't want to disappoint. Ta-ta.
You're here. What took you so long?
We had car trouble.
What kind of trouble?
We got stopped.
Stopped?
It stopped. The car stopped. It just stopped.
But we're here now. Anyway, don't we have to set up the booth that we're gonna win this thing?
Already done. Prime location.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I'm Claire.
Eden, you're Drew's vice president, aren't you?
Hand to the king. That was a Game of Thrones reference, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Arya's such a little baller, huh?
Yeah, she's my favorite character. So did Drew mention that I was the one who set up his teen personals profile? That I was the one who picked you out?
No, but it's pretty cool of you. I mean, you're obviously a good friend.
I just thought he could use some help in the girl department. He has quite the reputation lately.
Isn't everyone, though? I mean, I don't like to judge people until I actually get to know them.
I hope everything works out for you, too. He's still pretty hung up on his ex-fiancée, so...
Sorry, his fiancé what? He was engaged?
It's the love of his life. Someone he'll probably never get over.
Can you want to partner up on this assignment? You can fill me in on all the details about Drew.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Feel free to take a look at our findings. They're quite interesting.
The booth beside you is giving out info postcards, capturing static charge. Do you have info postcards, Alia?
Yes, Dad. Knock yourself out.
I knew you would be on top of things.
Actually, those were my partner's department. Dad, you remember Mike Dallas?
Nice to see you, sir.
Yes. The young man who was with my daughter when she crashed her car after taking too many upper pills.
Dallas is the reason I even got this project off the ground. You know, injury and all.
I suppose I should be grateful for your help then. Come along, darling. Let's scope out the rest of the competition before you present.
Excuse me, young man. Visitors are not permitted to touch the displays.
I'm a participant.
And this booth is assigned to a Miss Ali Bandari.
And I'm her partner.
Not according to my information sheet.
Then your information sheet is wrong.
Perhaps you could just step away from the booth until I
No.
sort this out. If you come with me, I'm...
No. N to the O. You can't just come over here and assume I'm doing something wrong.
Please. If you could just
You
step...
know what? Do what you gotta do, Clipboard. I'm staying put.
If only she knew that her father did love her and that she wasn't abandoned by him. He only left to keep her safe. That's all I have right now.
Great start, Zoe. I like that she's got sass, but is smart about how she uses it.
I agree. That's definitely the best part.
I wonder if daddy issues isn't a little cliche.
Truth. We've seen it a million times.
Take another crack, Zoe. See if you can find a more unique approach.
I totally agree with Grant.
Why don't you read next, Tristan?
Yes, since you seem to have so much to say.
Gladly. Wallace Devereaux is the young, handsome heir to an airplane manufacturing fortune. He doesn't wear a Hugo Boss suit. He works it. Just a minute, it gets better.
Sounds like a soap opera character.
I'd agree. This isn't what I was expecting from you, Tristan. The writing lacks depth and specificity. And frankly, it's boring. Who's next?
The judges are on their way. Are we ready? Are you okay?
Yeah. Let's do this.
Miss Bendari.
Hi. Good afternoon, judges, and welcome to Organic Fruit Flies. This is my partner, Mike Dallas.
See? Partner? Told you.
Well, we don't seem to have your name on this project.
How convenient.
Could you start with an overview, Miss Bendari?
Sure. In our experiment, we concluded that by nearly every measure, fertility, stress, resistance, and longevity, flies that fed off organic tomatoes and bananas fared better than those who dined off conventionally grown fruit.
But the results can't be directly extrapolated to humans.
No, but they can provide clues to better understanding human processes and disease.
So why fruit flies?
Because of their short lifespan, we can evaluate basic biological effects over a finite period of time.
It's impressive.
What's impressive? My vocabulary? I happen to know a plethora of large words.
No, your tone is a bit rude, young man.
I wonder why that is.
Dallas, what are you doing?
I think we've seen enough here.
No, but wait. We haven't shown you our hypothesis or any of the data.
Well, perhaps we'll stop by later when your partner has learned a little respect for the process.
When I learn a little respect? You tried to kick me out earlier because I'm a black man in a place you didn't think I should be.
Oh my God.
Let's move on.
But you'll come back later, right? I cannot believe you spoke to him like that.
I told the truth. He deserved it.
Yeah, but did I deserve it? You ruined everything, Dallas.
Allie, I had reasons to say what I said.
You called the science fair judge a racist in front of everyone.
Because he is.
It was a miscommunication, that's all.
How do you know that? How can you be sure that that's the reason?
I can't. But I know you're still upset about yesterday.
I'm not upset. I'm furious. One idiot does something at the mall and I get detained like a criminal. Then I get pulled over by the cops for no reason other than the fact that I'm a black guy driving an SUV.
You got pulled over?
I was gonna tell you, but...
Had you just talked to me, I would have understood and supported you, but instead you bottled it up and exploded at the worst possible moment. This whole fair, everything we've been working on for weeks, it's all over.
No, it's not. I'm gonna figure something out.
I just don't. If I'm lucky enough to have the judges come back, I want to present alone.
Eden bailed on our second date. She got this idea that I wasn't over Bianca. From you.
She asked me questions, I answered.
I am over Bianca.
I know.
And I don't get you. First, you want me to get a girlfriend, then you find me a girl. And then you go out of your way to sabotage this whole thing that you set up.
I'm confused, okay? Ever since Eli did that thing with that girl, I feel sad all the time. But I don't when I'm with you.
I think that's called friendship.
Yeah, and then we made out.
Sometimes friends do that. Look, I've made out with people that I don't even really like.
See, I should be upset, but instead I'm laughing. I'm Annabella. I set up that profile as a kind of test.
I know.
You knew. You picked Eden instead.
Because Annabella has a boyfriend. If she was single, it would be a completely different story.
What now?
What?
What did you just say?
What did I say when?
You said if Annabella were single, it would be a different story, but Annabella isn't your type.
Says who? I like who I like. Guess the ball's in Annabella's court now.
What happened?
Mr. Yates happened.
The weirdo English teacher.
Hey, he's not weird. He's eccentric and awesome. And I thought he thought I was awesome too, but apparently I'm just another dumb student.
What did you expect?
That we'd be friends. He'd be somebody I could actually talk to.
I don't think a teacher is the best place to start looking for that. Maybe you shouldn't put people on a pedestal all the time. Eventually everyone disappoints.
Come to tell me I'm not good enough for your daughter. I know.
I wanted to tell you a story, Mr. Dallas, if you will indulge me. A few years ago, we were traveling overseas to my cousin's wedding. I was pulled aside at airport security and taken to a small room where I was detained and questioned for hours. Hours. We missed our flight and all our connections. Didn't arrive in time for the wedding. Sitting in that room, I felt so wronged and helpless. It was the angriest I've ever been in my whole life. I wanted to hit someone. But I didn't. The world is terribly, terribly unfair sometimes.
I can't turn a blind eye to racism. I won't.
The question isn't whether to fight, but how.
I'm not dropping out of the collective.
You considered dropping out?
Of course. You were so mean at lunch, especially after telling me I was your favorite student.
Tristan.
But I'm staying in the collective because I want to learn to be a better writer. That's all. We are not friends.
I was being tough on you because I didn't want to show you favoritism. Tristan, are you familiar with the love story of Eloise and Abelard?
No. What's it about?
Doesn't matter. But unfortunately, it doesn't have a happy ending.
Excuse me, sir. May I speak with you for a moment?
I suppose.
I had 2 bad experiences yesterday, and I let that anger get the best of me today. I should have talked to you privately, and I shouldn't have yelled. That's not the man I am. I mean, I'm trying not to be.
Well, thank you for explaining.
Please don't hold what I did against Ali Bandari. She's the most amazing scientist in this room by far. She deserves another shot.
We'll be by in 15 minutes so you can finish your presentation.
Thank you. But she'll be presenting alone.
You're waiting for me. I was supposed to be meeting.
Claire, she thought we should talk. Sorry about the ruse.
It's okay. So what's up?
I shouldn't have bailed on our date. I completely overthought it. So, givesies?
Of course.
Good. Do you want to go grab an iced mochaccino, latte, kappa something something? It's my treat.
Look, Eden, you're great.
You're into someone else. Is it Claire? It's a bit messed up.
You have no idea.
I guess I can appreciate the honesty. I hope it works out for you and Claire.
It won't. Thanks.
And finally, the best overall project of the science fair belongs to Degrassi students Ali Bandari and Mike Dallas with organic fruit flies.
You won?
That's my girl.
Get up there.
Would you like to say a few words?
Sure. Thank you. This is so encouraging. I hope to keep working on projects that'll help change human lives for the better. Thanks so much.
This concludes the competitive portion, but please continue to share your work with one another for the remainder of the fair.
You did it.
Couldn't have done it without you, despite the dramatic conclusion.
Conclusion. Are you talking about the project or us?
The letters of Abelard and Elwaz. Sounds like a yawn fest.
Oh, it's not. It's totes romantic. This guy, let's call him Jim, suggested I read it.
And you're trying to figure out if he loves you?
Okay, forget we ever had this conversation.
Don't be such a delicate flower. In this 12th century romance, a teacher starts a torrid affair with a student, but when her family finds out, they castrate him? How is this romantic?
Well, because after that, the girl becomes a nun, and the man a monk, and for the rest of their lives, they write love letters to each other.
Oh, it's pretty twisted.
Okay, but do you think Jim likes me?
Probably.
Seriously? What should I do?
Run as fast as you can. 'Cause this dude sounds like trouble.
The judge told me you spoke with him.
I hope you're not mad.
How can I be mad? I got a second chance, won, and according to you, I'm the most amazing scientist in this room.
Also the most amazing girl in this room.
Hey, do you want to ride home with me and my dad?
Yeah. I just have to make a stop first. At the police station.
You're gonna yell at that dumb cop that pulled you over?
No. I want to file an official complaint. I feel like I wasn't treated fairly and people need to know.
Sorry. Big ass trophy. But at least now I have a boyfriend to lug it home for me.
I swear. If you're messing with me, then I...
Whatever it takes, I know I can make it through. And if I hold out, I know I can make it through. I know I can make it through.
Hey, I got a hold of the registered owner of the SUV, Mr. Archibald Simpson. Your story checks out.
Of course it does. Why can't you just believe me instead of making us wait in this cop shop all night?
You are free to go. The car was towed to that lot.
How are we supposed to get there?
Cab, bus, perfect. You'll be built for the tow.
Could have been worse. How? You were a little belligerent. Because we got pulled over for driving while black. That isn't supposed to happen, Connor.
Let's just get the car back. Allie will be wondering what happened.
We can't tell her about any of this.
Why?
Because I don't want to ruin her day. She won't understand what we've been through.
I'm not really good at lying.
Then don't lie. Let's just forget yesterday even happened.